Alright, what's going on YouTube? So yeah, another video, another day. That should have been the other way. Another day, another video. But yeah, I don't even know what this video is gonna be about. Well, you do, because you probably read the title. But I don't, because I just wanted to film today and I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, today I'm gonna be a tiny bit busy, so I guess as usual with my videos, you know, I'm gonna be filming later in the evening. But yeah, I don't know if you can do that, but I think I fucked up my spine, well, my back while sprinting. So I think I'm just gonna do some core exercises, try to like strengthen my like muscles around the spine. And then I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time playing video games as I usually do. And then I have some work to do at my grandma's house. So yeah, I'm just gonna like sit down. Well, first of all, I'm gonna grab some breakfast and I'm gonna try to think of something. Alright, so I guess, well, the whole video is gonna be from like this very seat. I'm not gonna be moving anywhere. So yeah, right now it's like 9 p.m. I haven't decided on what I wanna film. And then I was thinking, well, maybe I should do a story time, and I was thinking, what should I talk about? And I decided that I should be talking about my failed streaming career. So now, first of all, if you're gonna see me looking down, it's because, well, I made notes, so, you know, I wouldn't miss out on anything. But now let's go to around like, let's say the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018-ish. I think it all started around that time period. So my friend, the Riddick, the fella that we used to do the lunchtime podcast with, he basically introduced me to streaming around that time. He started streaming on Twitch, and up until that point, I had no idea what Twitch is. Like, I didn't even know that streaming existed, but he basically explained how it works. I got on the site. I was like looking at streams and shit, and like it seemed like a very cool premise to me, but I just did not get into it. I would, watch other people's streams, watch his stream. And then I don't know how much time passed, but if I'm not mistaken, the news got out that Ninja is moving to Mixer. And if I'm not mistaken, Ninja moved to Mixer on August 1st of 2019. And I saw basically an opportunity in that. Mixer was like seemed like a small platform up until that point, and I was like sitting thinking, well, okay, this is just me now finding out about the site, but now Ninja's moving there, which I don't even really like him, but he has a big name, he's gonna bring a large audience to that site. And I was like thinking like, shit, like that's a good opportunity. Like if I get on that site at the same time as he is, he's gonna bring in a lot of people. There might not be as many streamers, and maybe I could achieve something. So I think like maybe a week or so, maybe 2 weeks after Ninja moved to Mixer, I started streaming on Mixer. I set everything up, and I was like, and I started doing that. So around like 2019-ish August, around like. Wait, I think I remember. Now even though I had notes, I think just like a light bulb popped above my head. I am pretty sure my very first stream was on August 28th, 2019. And yeah, I started streaming that. I enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. And then Shroud moved. I don't know if before or after Shroud, King Ithalian joined Mixer, and I thought like, this is great. More and more people are gonna join Mixer, all these audiences are gonna grow. I am very slowly making progress, so I was like happy about that, like everything was going fine. And sometime, after that, things got rough. And things like started popping up about like Mixer not doing so well, and that it might shut down, and that there's like people from staff are getting fired, people are losing their jobs, yada yada yada. But I never thought that it's gonna shut down. And yeah, it did shut down. Basically, what happened? My friend texted me one morning that, you know, it was like, is Mixer really shutting down? Like, and I was like thinking, no, it's not. And then I got on my PC, I started like Googling, watching YouTube videos, I got on Twitter, and I started seeing like people crying, like saying their goodbyes, and like, oh fuck. Like I had a realization like, oh, this is really happening, it's shutting down, like that's it for the site. And at first I wasn't even that bummed out, but yeah. Now I don't know how to like properly tell the story, because even though I have notes in front of me, I managed to like skip out on one part that I got banned on Mixer. So basically what happened, sometime on, like I was watching The Ultimate Fighter season 5, and the coaches on that season were BJ Penn and Jens Pulver. Now I'm one of those people where like if I see something old, I like to see like what they're doing now, and I just googled like Jens Pulver, and one of the first things that came up, Jens Pulver Twitch. I'm like, shit, I should check that out. So I jumped on it, and he was like watching fights and commentating, and he was watching like fights from like some YouTube channel. And I got the idea that, well, maybe I should do the same, because I like watching fights. Maybe people would enjoy it, and it would be a good idea for a stream. So I started streaming fights, and from the same channel as Jens Pulver did, but on that channel I started like watching really old fights where the guys were not even fighting in a cage or anything. They were fighting in some backyard on like just ground, like if somebody went for a takedown, like they would just be covered in mud afterwards. And I got fucking banned. Like it was it was like things were going well, but all of a sudden I just looked at my, I don't even know if I had a second monitor at that time or not, but I think I just looked at my phone, and it was like a black screen because I was reading the chat, I think, on my phone. And I refresh my page and I see that I got banned, and like, fucking hell, like I was saying, like things are going so well and I got banned. So I got in touch with the Mixer support, and basically we messaged back and forth, and I got them banned in less than 24 hours, I think. But yeah, that was like a mini side story. Now getting back to the main story, my like failed streaming career. So the Mixer shutdown happened, and I didn't feel sad at first, but immediately I thought, well, there's no reason to stay on a sinking ship. Like I should just get off of it now. So even before the Mixer shutdown, I already like started thinking, where should I go? You know, YouTube or Twitch? Because, well, first of all, no matter where I move, it's I need to do like everything from scratch, because I wasn't big enough to like bring any people over. I didn't really have like what's the word? Casual viewers that would stop by always. So yeah, I was like thinking what to do. Where should I go? YouTube or Twitch? And I started doing like test streams at first on YouTube. And at first, like, I didn't really care about Mixer shutting down, but when I would set up everything up and I would press the button go live on YouTube, I would be streaming and I would just feel immediately would start feeling sad. Like shit, like I was doing well, like I was growing, making slow but sure progress day after day, and it's all over. And it was like for like a week or two where I would just go live and I would feel sad about it. And yeah, did some streams for a while on YouTube, that did not go well, so I said fuck it. Well, there's nowhere else to go except for like maybe DLive, but I said fuck it, and I went to Twitch, and I was streaming on Twitch, and I was playing Rainbow Six Siege, and there's like so many streamers, so many people, and even though there's a large amount of viewers, I was like probably like in the Siege list, probably in like page 59 at the bottom of that page, and people were like very rarely stopping by, and and it just like demotivated me so much. But I was like still kept doing that. My YouTube channel was already like, you know, live for like quite some time. So yeah, I was just doing that, making YouTube videos and streaming on Twitch. Now, I don't know how many of you know about the page called Social Blade, but it's basically a site where you can just like check, you know, like I think there's like Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, like, you know, you can like check how many new followers you got on that day and stuff like that. And I would go on that page and I would look my YouTube stats, like how many views I got that day or that day. And I would go on that site, like, and I still do go on that site basically every single day. So one day I go on that site and I see a notification like, now we're tracking Trovo stats. Like Trovo, like I never heard of that, like I should check that out. So I see that it's like, oh, it's like a new streaming platform. I check it out, seems everything completely fine, normal streaming site. And like there's not a lot of people at all there. Not a lot of streamers, not a lot of viewers. I was like, shit, well, I think I should like take the risk again and move from Twitch and go to another site and try my luck there. So I did do that. I moved to Trovo. Fuck, I just got like a tiny bit caught off guard because I got a notification on my PC, so it just like startled my brain. But yeah, I moved to Trovo around like autumn of 2020. So that's like, yeah, around like during like September, October, around that time. And yeah, I started from scratch and again, slowly started growing, making very slow progress, and I enjoyed streaming on Trovo. Again, was doing very slow progress, but even though it's slow, it's progress, so it's good. And yeah, and I think I remember I decided that I should upgrade my PC because, you know, like you need a lot of processing power to go through the video and like process it and then send it out. So I decided to upgrade my CPU. Now I decided to go with a different brand of a CPU. I went from Intel to AMD, so like it immediately, like of course it's a different socket, so I had to change a motherboard. And what I didn't know is that if you change your motherboard, you need to basically reinstall your Windows, which I did not know. So I upgraded my PC, and what happened when I would start streaming, my PC would crash all the time. Like it would crash like probably 3-4 times a day. So it would crash during streaming, watching porn, playing video games, doing whatever, it would crash constantly no matter what I did. And after that I just said, well, fuck it, I quit. Like that's it, like I don't want to stream anymore, like this is not going anywhere and I can't even do it because of my own enjoyment, because my PC keeps crashing and it just like, it's just fucked. I don't see any point of doing it. So I quit streaming around January 2021. So my last stream was like around 2.5 months ago. And yeah, and that was basically it. So I still play a shit ton of video games. I still spend hours and hours a day playing video games, but I'm one of those people who I really like to just get into a game, and if I play a story game, I really like to get immersive. I really like, I know it might sound stupid, but when I'm playing, like I try to imagine that I'm the main character. I put headphones on, like I just really get into it. So I have the ability now to do it because I reinstall my Windows and my PC doesn't crash anymore. So I can stream without no issues, but I think it would just ruin the experience of gaming for me, which would suck. And throughout like the past 3 months, I completely lost how do I call it, not motivation, but I just don't want to play competitive games anymore. I just got like tired of that. So I have the ability to stream right now, but I just decided to not do that. Yeah, now, am I gonna come back to streaming? Probably yes. So right now, well, you know, I wanna like start getting more views on YouTube and doing that. And yeah, YouTube is my like, YouTube is and always was my main thing. It was always above streaming. So yeah, maybe when my YouTube channel grows, maybe when I have like followers and viewers, maybe I'm gonna come back to streaming when I have like an audience that I could like basically invite from my YouTube channel to Trovo to watch me live. I'm probably gonna be doing that if things are gonna be going well on YouTube. Up until that point, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming. But yeah, that was basically the story of my failed streaming career. I think, you know, I don't want to look back too much, but I think if Mixer pulled through, and if it was like fine, and it didn't shut down, I think I would be doing quite well on Mixer. But, well, things are the way they are. There's no need to look back because you can't change anything. So yeah, I am working on one other project that sometimes I work on it, sometimes I neglect it, but I really hope that I can tell you what it is in the near future. So I'm gonna be working on that, and then we'll see what the future holds for me in the streaming world. So yeah, am I gonna come back to it or not? It's going to depend on how much free time I have and how my YouTube channel is gonna be doing. But yeah, that's the story of my failed streaming career. I might be doing in a year or so a video about my failed YouTube career because this is not picking up right now. But yeah, that's gonna be basically it for this video. Earlier in the day I said that I have back pain, which now I know how I got it. I was like, yesterday I was fucking around with like a heavy kettlebell. I was just like lifting it up, throwing it around, and with like zero warm-up. And I think this is how I fucked up my back. But now it's feeling quite fine. So I think either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, it should be at 100%. And yeah, either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing a physique update. So stay tuned for that video. But for now, it's gonna be it. So thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna see you next time.